Hello. This presentation will explore why we have a sleep problem and how we can fix them. Let's start with the sleepless circuit. The circuit we trap in consists of two circles. The left circle contains the things that we have done before at day, and the right circle contains what we try to help us sleep. This is Jay. He has tried to fall asleep for several hours. He is afraid that tonight is going to be another sleepless one. Sleep does not come easily to Jay. His eyes keep opening, looking around randomly, and he can't get his legs comfortable. Lying on his side is not comfortable. Lying on his back is not comfortable. Lying on his front is not comfortable. So he tosses and turns. Jay's head is spinning with thoughts. He keeps replaying the unpleasant memories again and again. Jay worries about whether he can manage his work, afraid of having another bad day because of his sleeplessness. The more he worries, the harder it is for him to sleep. Finally, Jay falls asleep. However, when he opens his eyes again, it is only 4 a.m. He has had just a couple of hours sleep. Jay is roused from sleep by his alarm clock. His body feels too heavy to stand up, and his head is too foggy to think. He tries to kickstart his body by having a strong coffee. He feels powerless that he is not in control. To handle sleeplessness, we try many things, from sleeping pills to an exercise plan, listening to music or even counting sheep. Let's examine the methods we use to try and induce sleep. Sleeping pills is the most common way we combat sleeplessness. As a temporary result, they can work well, but they can be an addictive solution. Though the sleeping pills work, Jay's amazing body will soon get used to the pills. Then, one pill won't be enough, and the dose will soon be 2, 3 pills, and more. Sleeping pills have a long list of side effects. As the dose increases, so does the likelihood of side effects. Sleeping pills should only be used as a short-term measure. Knowledge is power if it brings about positive action. Is studying insomnia helpful? A simple Google search reveals that there are a lot of people with the same problem as Jay, but this kind of search for information can add to the feeling that he had a really serious problem. Once this negative thought had planted itself in his brain, it would be hard to shift. Now Jay's amazing body is being affected by his mind in a harmful way. Data collection is good to get an idea of what is going on, but measuring and collecting sleep data is not free. Measuring requires effort and can give rise to stress. What Jay needs is not to collect data, but it's how to have a good sleep. Jay did not have to learn how to sleep when he was born. Sleeping is something that should come naturally. Jay needs to look inside himself to find out why he is having trouble sleeping, rather than looking at external facts, figures, and cures. One day, Jay saw a poster at the gym that read, "No pain, no gain." He thought that made a lot of sense. He decided to go to gym every day. He started running and weightlifting vigorously. He did well, but for 3 days, Jay went for it. He forced himself to keep going even when he was very tired. But eventually he stopped, saying that the exercise was making him tired at work. It was an excuse that Jay felt justified in giving up and not blaming himself. It is a typical ending of a hasty planning. Exercising excessively when you are not used to it and have not worked up to it can make you very tired. Your body needs time to adapt. It is not a switch to be turned on and off. After a hard-working day, Jay would turn on a radio to listen to music, drifting off to sleep after a while. Jay tried listening to music a few times after work, and it worked. So Jay began to rely on music to send him to sleep, and then found that he could not fall asleep without music, and he found himself listening to the music rather than sleeping. Even though listening to music is working, it deepens Jay's dependence on music. No music, no sleep. While Jay is sleepless, the things he has done go through his mind. He has worked too hard, eaten too fast, and argued with his wife, and been to a late-night party. Modern life is full of stress. Our modern day changes faster than any other days, and our brain and body power is not the same as it was in our 20s. Stress unsettles us, and we will worry about health, debt, and our loved ones. As Jay suffers increased stress, he gets irritable. He shouts at children and argues with his wife. Conversation decreases while complaints increase. As Jay gets more stressed, he finds it easier to bury himself in his work and become more isolated. However, working so hard leads to more stress. What Jay needs is to relax if he is to be able to sleep properly. Watching TV is not as restful. Jay works in a mentally rather than physically demanding job. Even watching TV from the sofa involves using eyes, ears, and brain extensively. When a family watches a TV program, they talk about it, and this is a positive way to watch TV. But often family members develop different tastes and end up watching TV alone. The family drifts apart. As he watches TV, Jay's eyes and ears will be highly activated and his brain work very hard. TV programs are designed to stimulate, and Jay's emotions will fluctuate from feeling amused, sad, fearful, joyous, and angry. There is no chance of a rest for his brain or senses. Family is the place for love, peace, and relaxation. But not always. Parents and children argue. Loved ones can hurt and be hurt. Husband and wife argue about everything. Loved ones can hurt and be hurt badly. First, find the peace within yourself. Then stop talking and start listening. Eating food at regular mealtimes with the family is important to nourish us physically and mentally. Irregular, fast, and lone eating gives rise to many problems. Jay often eats alone. Though eating brings us temporary pleasure, eating alone tends to be over, fast, and unhealthy eating. It can overtax the digestive system and increase weight. By eating socially, Jay will better manage his eating. Irregular eating is bad for digestion. Eating requires the full function of our digestive system. If Jay listens to his body after eating, he will realize how badly he treats his body. Once he realizes it, he can treat his digestive system well by eating regularly and adequately. It is great to enjoy food. However, all food is not the same. Processed food is generally bad. Homemade food made from fresh ingredients in a happy home will nourish physically and mentally. Jay visited a nightclub with his friends. He drank too much to help him relax. At 2 a.m., he goes home, but in bed, the rhythm and the memory of the nightclub keep him from sleep. Body and mind do not work like light bulbs that you can turn on and off. It takes time to wind down. To wind down, talk to your partner or a friend. Relax, and then have a good night. Heavy drinking makes heavy demands on the body. While Jay closes his eyes to try to sleep, his body is working overtime to process the alcohol. Sleep is part of a cycle, not an event. Wind down, then sleep. When you achieve deep sleep, your body can do what it needs to renew and regenerate as we relinquish conscious control as we sleep. Sleeping has its own cycle and stages, balanced with a day cycle. Active day is another side of the coin for sleeping night. If we don't have active day, we don't have deep sleeping night. Active day part is only part we can do with our consciousness. The other part, night, is out of our control. Sleeping is similar to entering a tunnel on a daily track. This tunnel is a place out of our conscious control. The left circle is out of balance. The right circle is in balance. All day we swing between hyper and hypo. Hyper is when we do too much. Hypo is when we do too little. This yo-yo effect is very common in modern life. When we are doing too much, we need short power rest. When we are doing less, we need to do gentle activities. To enjoy a balanced day, first you should wake well rested. Then you need to maintain your body, mind and spirit in balance all day. If you achieve this, it will be easy to sleep and wake up refreshed. To be on track, need balance. Too much stress? No. Too little activity? No. Too much food? No. HelloShifu Being Easy program. Help to be on track.